I have so much to tell you.
And they're like, wow, you're a beast. And I'm like, I am.
Code blue, not successful.
No, you go ahead, I'm scared.
So I have to go order lice treatment now.
You're going to be ahead wherever you go, but I really hope it's here at Temple.
Guys, I live with a boy. Hello, my name is Lauren. If you're new here, if you're not new, welcome back. I'm a fourth year medical student, currently on my last week of sub-I, which is crazy. I have 6 more days of working, 7 more days of the week, because one of them I have off, but I have so much to tell you. So the last time you saw me was like a week ago, because I took the 3rd week off from vlogging. I have a major life update. Right now my life is in shambles. Yesterday I had the day off, but I was on my feet doing manual labor all day. My body's so sore. I honestly feel like I've been beaten by a bat, not to be graphic, but I'm in pain and I'm hungry because I didn't really eat a lot yesterday and I'm tired and there's a lot happening. But for now, we've got to go. We've got to go to the hospital. It's 6:20 a.m. and I think, did I say it's Monday? It's Monday. Everybody take a deep breath, okay? We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. Let's go to the hospital. Look at this. It's giving shambles. It's giving, what is going on? Look what I'm bringing. This is my car camera holder, so we can finally have our driving chats again, and like my camera won't be sliding all over the place.
I told you I had off yesterday. Today's Monday. I last was here on Saturday, and when I left on Saturday, I had 2 patients. One of them is like almost elderly but like frail, and fell and had a hip fracture and an elbow fracture, and they were recovering from that. And then like they had a little complication because after they got the Foley out, the urinary Foley, they weren't urinating, and then they had acute kidney injury because of that, so we had to keep them a little longer. And then my other patient is end-stage renal disease, has a hemodialysis catheter in, and the catheter site got infected and it caused bacteremia, which is bacteria in the blood. They're pretty sick. Okay, gotta go. There's too many people.
Saw your silhouette in the backlight.
Going to Sub-Internship.
Life, treating every night like it lasts.
I go to my first patient's room. They're in the bathroom doing their business. I'm like, I'll come back. Go to my second patient's room. I'm talking to them, and oh my God, I'm like itchy. I'm looking at her. I see a little bug in her hair, and I'm like, it was tiny. I'm like, maybe it's a gnat. So I'm staring at it, and then I see another one over here. Oh my God, I'm so itchy. I'm so itchy. Oh God. I told the nurse, and the nurse was like, okay, yeah, it looks like she has lice. Lice. Oh my God, this is so horrible. So I have to go order lice treatment now. She has a roommate in there. They have to put her in her own room. Oh my God. Wow. I've actually never had a patient personally with like lice or bed bugs or anything, but my skin is crawling and it's a lot. Let's go see my other patient now. Hopefully everything's fine with them.
And all my days with you. Yeah, we should share a backseat in a taxi.
11:33. I'm about to go to lunch. I think I need something big for lunch today. And we're doing a Med J. I'm currently on Med J versus Med I, Sub-I team, Jeopardy on infectious disease and antibiotics. So that's at 1, so I need to be back in time for that, which I'll have plenty of time. But do I know any antibiotics? It's so hard to learn them and for them to like stick. That is one of the things that I've always struggled with, and all the other students agree with me. So will we lose? It's possible. It's very possible.
No need for either of us at this point to
I was eating lunch in my car because it's my only way to keep my social battery alive right now. And I got a message from nursing about some orders. And I just found out on, I think Saturday, that I can place orders through my phone. Isn't that so cool? I feel like a real resident. So my one patient who has bacteremia just got their hemodialysis catheter replaced, a temporary one. So they came back from the procedure and the nurse messaged me and was like, hey, they were NPO, which means they can't eat anything. And we did that because of the procedure. And they were like, hey, can you reorder the diet? So I was like, order. And then she was like, yeah, can you also restart his heparin drip, which is an anticoagulant? And I was like, you got it. I'm looking for my chopstick. So it's 12:43. I'm about to head back and we're gonna do this Jeopardy. Jeez, man. Oh my God. I'm nervous, not gonna lie. Not like real nervous, like fake nervous. Because when I tell you, listen, these are my answers for antibiotics. And if you are in any sort of medicine, you know, or healthcare, you know. My first go-to answer is gonna be Vanc and Zosyn, AKA Piptazo. That's A for me, that's option one. My second option is gonna be Bactrim. My third option is Doxy. I think that's my favorite antibiotic because I always wanna like give people that for no reason. Not no reason, but like when it doesn't fit, I'm always like, can we give them Doxy? And then ceftriaxone, obviously it's quite literally the only cephalosporin I can remember. And then the last one, if I'm feeling real fancy, ertapenem. Those are my 5 that I've got. That's it. Those are all the antibiotics that I know. I also signed on to, not to show you anything, that's enough. I also signed on to the EMR just to talk to nephrology, aka the kidney doctors, about a patient. It's funny, I have to talk to them about both of my patients. Basically, both of my patients need dialysis today. And I'm like, yeah, my patient got their catheter placed. Are you gonna dialyze? Are you gonna dialyze them? Okay, anyways, let's go lose at this. Let's go lose at this competition. Can I tell you guys something? This is so random and I'm gonna get judgment, maybe. This is, I shouldn't even say it, but I'm just gonna say it anyway because it's fitting in the context, barely. Like all humans, and especially more so like all women, I have a list of baby names on my phone. And the name that I imagine giving my daughter, future human daughter, because we all know I'm a cat mom, is also the name of a parasite. And that's where I heard the name. But it's the most beautiful name ever. And I plan on naming my daughter after a parasite. So I'm not gonna share the name until my daughter's with us. Then I'll tell you. But I just thought that was like a fun fact.
When I have particularly sick patients or like active patients, instead of just seeing them once in the morning solo and once in the morning with a team, I check on them at least one more time in the afternoon before I leave and before we RTO. So I'm just making my afternoon rounds right now.
It's 3:35 and it's time to go home, kind of. I'll explain this more later, but basically I'm currently helping my boyfriend move out of his apartment, and we did a lot of work yesterday, but I was texting him and I was like, are you done? I'm gonna get out 3-4 o'clock. Do we need to do some more stuff? So we do. So I'm actually not gonna go home right now. Oh, I forgot I'm out of water. No. I'm gonna drive to his apartment and we will, I think, do the last of moving him out, thank God. We just brought the last box in. Worst part about moving anywhere is like, I can't see. I cannot see. Luckily, I can see through the back, but like can't see.
No, we're doing this right now. Oh, right, you were. Oh, Andrew's doing this weekend.
I know Andy's working on every day. Good morning, happy Tuesday. It's 6:30 almost a.m. and going in to get sign out, and then we will start the day. I am short today, which means I'm not admitting. Thank God, because yesterday was exhausting. Let's have a good day. About to go around with the attending and the whole team now. All is well. I'm settling my patient being hypoxic, and now we're like scrambling. Where are my children? There's one. There's my other yawning. Oh my God, this apartment.
Hi, I'm showered and clean, and I am minutes away from rotting and eating. I'm very, very excited, but I wanted to give you the life update since I have time today. Quick update on that patient emergency. Yeah, they are hypoxic, which means low oxygen, and we're escalating things, but the maximum escalation would be going to the ICU, but we're hoping it doesn't get to that point. We will see what happens overnight. You might be able to tell this, but guys, I live with a boy. I live with a boy. Who would have thought? Not me. If you asked me if I would be living with a boy by mid-August, if you asked me a couple weeks ago, I would have said no. No, I'm living with a boy. To try to not make this the longest story ever, basically, I'm sure if this is not your first video, you're well aware that my boyfriend's name is Andrew, and ever since we started dating like almost 2.5 years ago, it was always the plan that when I go to residency, whether I stay in Philly, whether I go somewhere else, whatever happens, we are gonna go together. I've done distance in the past. I will not do it again. That is like, that's it. That's always been the plan. And even if I stayed in Philly, we planned on moving into like a 2-bedroom just for more space. My lease ends like June, July, and his lease on the place that he was living at ended like October, November time. And we have had many intensive discussions about whether he should renew his lease for like half a year and then we would move for residency, or if he should just move in October and then we would just live in like my 1-bedroom, which feels like so much space for just me, but when it's like 2 humans and 2 cats, it does feel cramped, and just kind of like rough it out in my little 1-bedroom for some months and then go to a bigger place for residency. So flash forward to a couple weeks ago, there was some rain and there was some water damage in Andrew's apartment, and it was not being handled efficiently, and there was a lot of frustration and just like things happening, and he was able to like switch his lease around. So it just made sense for him to like move here now, because, you know, water damage can get very dangerous if it's not handled, and it can cause some health issues, and we like didn't want it to get to that point. So he lives here now. I don't know if you can hear that, but the children are children. So we kind of like sprung into action. Luckily, we had already had like discussions on what we would do if we decided to move in in October. So we already like had some groundwork for that. And then because Zula has lived here at this point for like 3 weeks maybe, and we have a storage unit and like some of his furniture is there and like other stuff is there and his other stuff is here. And yesterday we finally finished moving out of his apartment. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I'm so happy because it just has been like very stressful and there's been so much going on top of this. My apartment looks like a landfill because we just had to kind of do everything very quickly. And oh my God, there's a fly. Cats, there's a fly. Like, please do your security job. Thank you. Vaco, come here. Come see the fly. Bak, come. So yeah, my apartment looks crazy and I have had to pack some clothes away of my own to make space for him, and I still have like a bunch of other things to go through and like pack. But we've been dealing with this moving process on top of me and Sub-I, so it's not like I have a weekend to like do everything. Like my day off, I was moving him all day and I like, you know, didn't have time to do anything. So there's only so much I can really help with right now, but luckily he's like all moved out. Those are like the two biggest things going on, and luckily this is my last week of Sub-I, so I should have more time after this. Man, my life is a mess. Like that's happening. The cats are like causing trouble all the time, and I know that they are kind of confused on what's going on, and like Vaco might be stressed because we're like infiltrating his space with all of Andrew and Azula's stuff, and then Azula might be stressed because she doesn't understand why she's never going home again. So that's happening. I just got a new car, which like I'm obviously so grateful for, but I haven't like set up my car yet. And we're in the lottery right now, which I need to like do the lottery today. And every day for the next week, we are choosing a rotation for the second half of 4th year. And because our life is like so insane right now, we like haven't had time to cook, we're ordering out, and it's like crazy. But I am very excited. I have never lived with a boy before. I have never lived with my partner, and I've only had like college roommates, and I absolutely love living alone. I think everyone should have a time in their life where they live alone. I think it's the best thing ever. Tied with, well, maybe not tied with, that sounds bad. It's amazing living alone. But now that I know I live with my boyfriend, who like, you know, the love of my life, and he's my best friend, I get even more excited when I'm about to come home. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna come home to him. And it's just great. Like it's crazy. And he's only been living here for like a week maybe. There's still a lot of adjusting we have to do and organizing obviously, and like figuring things out. So there's gonna be like, I guess, growing pains. I'm excited for this journey and like to see how it goes. And I just cannot believe I live with a boy. Like I just cannot believe I live with my boyfriend. It's crazy. It is so crazy, but I am like really excited. Oh my God, I just got a chat from a doctor. Guys, I'm off duty, like please. That is my big life update. My attending bought us all lunch, but because I had that patient emergency, I didn't get to eat it. So I actually have kava. I have 4 days left of Sub-I, which is like the craziest thing ever. I don't think I've said this yet, but the next day that I have off is Friday. And then I work Saturday, Sunday. And then Sunday is my last day of this rotation. And then I start a new rotation. So that is kind of how the rest of the week will go. Tomorrow I am admitting, so I'm gonna stay late and bring in a new patient. This looks so good. Oh my gosh, the feta. Can I exit, guys? Can I? Excuse me. Oh my God, we can't all go. We can't all go. Pre-happy. It's lunchtime. I bought the most expensive lunch I think I'll ever buy. I bought a $21 grilled cheese. Don't tell my mom and don't tell Andrew. Yeah, financially not the best choice. And I also had matcha. My resident bought us all drinks. My 3rd matcha ever. This is a stuffed grilled cheese, and it's stuffed with salmon,
shrimp and crab meat. I was like, oh, can I just have the grilled cheese stuffed with salmon? They were like, no, it comes stuffed with all three. I was like, oh, let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay, wow. Glad it came with fries. Okay, the beginning of the day is done, and I just got an admission for emesis, which is also called vomiting, and back pain. So I like looked through the chart a little bit. They're stable vitals wise, and I'm gonna go to the emergency room and see the patient now.
I don't have swipe access, so I have to ring the doorbell. Very embarrassing.
So I end all my days with you.
I am in my car. I'm about to go home. It is actually the latest I've ever stayed here. It's 6:26. My admission, I said it was for vomiting. They ended up having vomiting in the setting of opioid withdrawal because they take Suboxone. If you have opioid use disorder, there's like 2 medications that people usually use to help curb your withdrawal and then help you get off opioids, and then you just take those medications every day. One of them is called Suboxone, one of them is called methadone. So this patient was on Suboxone, but something happened and they didn't have like access to their normal Suboxone, so they weren't able to take enough of it to prevent withdrawal symptoms from coming on. One of the symptoms of withdrawal is nausea, vomiting. They're not going to stay here for long. They're definitely going to be discharged tomorrow. It's not like something super complicated or super serious, but they're vomiting so much that their potassium was really low, and that can be very dangerous, so we have to replete their potassium. But yeah, I stayed so late because, as I said, this is not a complicated situation, but I was kind of like chatting. I was like taking my time writing the note for no reason. I also was talking to the patient for a long time because they were tearful. They had a lot of issues with their housing, and it was not the type of conversation that I would rush when they're crying in front of me. So I'm trying to find my chapstick, and I have like time to listen, you know? So I didn't like rush anything. So that was kind of like the patient situation. And then, as I've mentioned multiple times, when I come in the morning, I get sign out from the night team on what happened at night. So when the night team comes at this time, they get sign out from the day team about what happens during the day and what to do throughout the night if, you know, XYZ happens, and like this is what you do. Like if the patient starts to get really sick, this is what we want you to do, because the day team knows the patients better than the night team. So I told my resident that one of my goals was to work on sign out. And I meant like just sign out to her. But she was like, oh, you should just stay for sign out one of the days and like see how it is, and like see if you want to like sign out one of your patients. I was very nervous, and she was like, do you want to sign out this patient? Because I have 3 right now, including my current admission. And I was like, no, you go ahead, I'm scared. And then my last patient, this vomiting patient, who's like pretty straightforward, she was like, do you want to try? And I was like, I'll try. So I signed out a patient today, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna go home now. I get to go home to my little family, which is nice. 3 days left of this rotation. I can't believe it. 3 days, and then my 4th year, listen, this is the peak, and then my 4th year is like, it's like, oh my God. Clinically, because we still have applications to submit and interviews to have and match day, but let's not even do that. So that's probably it for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday and our 3rd to last day of this rotation.
Good morning. Happy, I was at Tuesday, Thursday, but like feels like a Friday because I have off tomorrow. Non-admitting today, so I should get out at a decent time, and I'm optimistic that it's gonna be a good day.
So I grab my teeth. They want me deep receipts. I said, I bet easy on me. 6 feet under.
It's been a busy day, but I'm about to discharge a patient. I'm just going to check on him because social work told me something's going on with him. I prepped my other 2 patients for discharge, but they're going to go tomorrow. Yeah, busy day.
After this, we're gonna go next with the attending, and then I should be about
To rock and roll, I said 10 white lines got me feeling inspired, got me widening my.
Yeah, I want this color, this color, this color. We were probably the simplest one time. We just can we want a boy or a girl? Or you said you'll take whatever. I said I'll take a girl.
I definitely gave color preference.
Oh, you did?
You know, look.
But you didn't get it.
Yes, I did. Look, Baco.
Oh, you said you wanted blue?
Of course I did. He's my dream cat. Baco, look. Cutie.
Good morning and happy Friday. I have off today, as you can probably tell. I'm still in my pajamas, but today I have to help organize this apartment and this living situation because it stresses me every day that I see it. I think adulthood is realizing the weekend is not always for relaxing. Like sometimes you have to use the weekend to get your life together and do like things that aren't so fun. So this is what it's looking like right now. There actually has been a little bit of improvement since you guys first saw, but I need to like do my part, make more room, and kind of like help figure out where everything's gonna go. Oh, look, we have one of my workers. Probably not doing something she's supposed to be doing. Azula, Azula, where should you be? So my plan for the day is I have this little closet, and usually my recycling is in here, but I throw away my recycling box. But I'm gonna clean out these drawers so we can better utilize them and see kind of like where we're at. And I also wanna go through that box because I packed that box so I know what's in it. It's gonna be hard doing this with the cats because they're very curious, but we'll just see how it goes.
It's true bruises glisten like blueberries. Situation like Henry is too hairy. Now I'm chasing a little bag, now no Burberry. Yeah, it ain't too late for this shit. No, no, yeah, yeah. I'm moving up this street. Ain't feeling my heartbeat no more, but I found my.
It's 11 o'clock. I finished going through those clear drawers, and my strategy is kind of like taking everything out, throwing whatever I need to away, and then I'll reorganize after I see everything. So now I'm doing that with my desk. I have so many papers in here, and I found this. I'm just gonna show like this little corner. Milo Sokolova. That was Vaco's name when I adopted him. Isn't that crazy? The person that I got him from, like everyone in his litter had a name starting with M, and Vaco's name was Milo. And just like seeing his little, that was his proof of vaccination record. Seeing that, I'm like, oh, little Milo. And I named him Vaco. And fun fact, Azula's name was Vanessa, and everyone in her litter started with a V. And Andrew's sister is named Vanessa. So we thought that was funny, but also like a sign that she was the right cat from that litter. So anyways, this is how we're looking so far. I have a new thing of recycling because I have already filled up 2 containers of recycling and then the trash. And I have like these little notebooks. It's so hard to decide when you should get rid of like empty notebooks because I feel like you can always use them one day, but I just have so many little notebooks. And then I have this little textbook, and never in my life have I used a textbook aside from that. And I'm like, oh, should I get rid of it? But I don't know. I've never opened this before, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should keep it for something. But I probably should get rid of it. Currently going through the kitchen, in our little pantry. Found our results for the day. It's very late, but I put these little bins up for like cat stuff. And then I cleared out all these drawers, and then I put some stuff back. Look how cute my little nail drawer is. It's so cute. I have like all the dips in here. Literally the cutest drawer. I couldn't even fit all my nail stuff in there, so I had to like put some overflow in here. This one's empty, and then this one is just like wires and batteries and light bulbs and a bunch of recycling. And then I cleared out this whole box and converted it into recycling. There's still some organization happening, my daughter. And then I cleared out my desk
that is like super organized now. That's Andrew's laptop, but I made that whole section empty for him. And he can put whatever he wants in there. There's some random books. I also cleaned out my entire TV stand, and you can see it's already being filled with, you know, Andrew's things. And then I went through these 2 bins with cat stuff, and I like threw away the cat toys that the cats don't like. And then the last thing I did was the kitchen. I had to combine all of our spices. And then I reorganized, like, this looks actually insane, but it's because there's cat stuff, like toppers for their food in the front, because it's just easy to grab, but there's like chips and crackers back there. And then this stuff is like not final maybe, but I think the sections are final, just not like exactly how they're placed. I finally added Azula's food into the cabinet, so she's officially a resident. And that's just like overflow. So yeah, needless to say, I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm also kind of sweaty because I've literally been doing this all day. Right now it's 9 o'clock. I'm so tired. And like, I'm just like physically sore from like sitting on the floor, sitting on a stool, going on my tiptoes. I'm admitting tomorrow, so it's gonna be a long day, but it's my last long day. But I think it was a very productive day. I did want to wash my hair, and that did not happen, which sucks because I've had my hair in this bun for I think almost a week at this point, or at least it's felt like a week. And I wanted to have clean hair, but it's fine. I will wash it maybe tomorrow, but if not, I'll just ride this bun out until the end of the rotation. Happy Saturday. I just got to the hospital. I'm about to walk in. Not gonna lie, today I'm feeling kind of like, sorry, I'm holding the camera down here because other students are also pulling up right now, but I'm just kind of feeling like what I do when I'm here, I enjoy it. But just like coming on a Saturday, like Andrew's still in bed, the cats are like not wanting me to leave. It just kind of sucks. I'm not tired of like doing what I do when I'm here, but I am tired of only having the shortest one day ever off, especially because things are so busy. Like I don't even get to enjoy my day off, like just rotting, because I've been doing things every time I have a day off. So yeah, I am just kind of feeling like kind of blah this morning, but you know, it's fine. We all have those days. It's okay. Hopefully today goes smoothly. About to see patients. So I have 1 patient of my own, and then I'm covering 2 patients from someone who's off today. I was putting a glove on. My nail came off. So annoying. Going to a code blue. This day has been an absolute disaster. I had a perfect record, 0 AMAs. The patient I'm covering today just eloped. Disaster. It's 3 o'clock. We had to like abandon rounds, and not a bite was eaten today. I'm going to find food. I'm waiting for like my admission. Literal disaster of a day. By the way, code blue, not successful. I left my camera in my car. Sorry, the lighting's not great and the quality's not the best. Oh, that's better. My admission was for chest pain, acute coronary syndrome rule out. They're pretty stable, it's fine. I got home at like 7, maybe. And this is my last day admitting, my last long day as a sub-I. And most likely, the last time I will work a day this long, because today I worked 12 hours, this long as a medical student ever. How crazy is that? That's so crazy. So I'm about to take my scrubs off and take a shower and relax for just a second before I knock out, because it was the longest day ever. Guys, it's my last day of sub-I. I can't believe it. I just got here at 6:30. I'm gonna go in and get sign out and get started. I am technically supposed to be admitting today, but I kind of told the resident who's gonna be on today, like, doesn't really make sense. I'm not gonna be able to present the patient tomorrow. So I don't know what time we're gonna get out, but hopefully it's a good time because I do have to be right back here tomorrow for my next rotation, which is like kind of crazy. I hope we have a good day today. We are code team today, which yesterday we were not code team. We were just helping out with the code blue because they didn't have enough people for compressions. But today my team is actually code team, which means every time there's a rapid response, a stroke alert, I think, or a code blue, wherever my team is, we have to stop what we're doing and go to wherever that alert is happening and help out and like take action, even if they're not our patient. It could be anywhere in the hospital, really. So hopefully today can go as smoothly as possible. We will see. The last time I worked on a Sunday and we were code team, there was maybe like 4 different rapid responses / codes, and it was like insanity. So hopefully it's a good day today. We're gonna see. But either way, it's the last day and I'm going in like very positive.
I wore my workwear Crocs today because I'm in a chill vibe, chill mood, but it might not have been the best choice if I have to do CPR today because they're like not super tight.
I'll take one more, please, yeah. So I grab my teeth, ain't want to keep receipts. I said, I buried the old me 6 feet under.
I got a Rita's patient with a hand infection from IV drug use, and the pictures look pretty graphic. I'm about to go see them, and I'm like, hello. I don't get spooked easily, but we'll see. Just finished seeing patients, and I saw the infected finger. Yeah, it looks really bad. The patient was really sleepy, so I couldn't actually like take a full history, but I wish I could show you guys for medical reasons. But imagine like these 2 fingers being as swollen as possible and like draining blood and pus and like kind of bubbly. Yeah, really unfortunate, but they're on antibiotics, so you know, they're getting treated, which is great.
Ooh la, ooh la 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 la, ooh la la, ooh la la, yeah, ooh la.
This is where we work. I think I've showed it in another vlog. This is where I'm sitting. And now I have to get to work. Finish my notes, which they're pretty much almost done. And yeah, just keep preparing for rounds.
Ooh la la, ooh la la, yeah. I think I lost my way. I don't feel ordinary, no. Tough cut on my plate. I'm through and through, what's up? I'm moving up this street. Ain't feeling my heartbeat no more, but I found.
Rounds are done, doing tasks, and then we're gonna RTL at 2.
I did it! I finished semi. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. This was the fastest month of my life. It flew by. It's just crazy because I really enjoyed it. Like, I actually loved it so much, and I'm happy that I loved it so much. This was the peak of my 4th year as far as importance and level of responsibility and like level of time commitment and all of that, and I completed it. So I've done 3 rotations. I only have 3 more left, so I'm 50% done clinically. And then my rotations after this are just a lot lower stakes because 1, they're not something I'm interested in. I would never just like not put in any effort, but they're not something I'm interested in. 2, they're not going on my application. I don't need letters of rec. Like, it's just at this point just to complete graduation requirements. I guess I should just close the vlog here. I don't know. I don't really know if there's a point in continuing it. I hope you all enjoyed my sub-I adventure. I absolutely just had such a great time. I learned so much, and I feel like I have really been transformed as a 4th year medical student. And the whole point of Sub-I, short for Sub-Internship, is you're treated like an intern and you act like an intern so you can better prepare for intern year. And I really feel like I did that. I did that and more. My resident yesterday who gave me feedback said, and I've been with that resident for 2 weeks, and they said that not only am I at the level of an intern, I'm at the level of a mid-year intern. They said I'm gonna be ahead of all my peers as far as like wherever I go, because we're just so well trained at Temple. And there were certain issues with our team dynamic and I spoke up. It took a lot of courage for me to do that. It's hard that I can't like give all the details, so I just don't want it to seem like I'm, I just showed a lot of leadership skills, and the residents said I was a team leader and I have qualities that would be great for someone who would be a chief resident, which is like, and this resident actually is going to be a chief resident next year. So I'm like, wow, like, and then my attending today, I got feedback from them. And first of all, they're going to write me a letter, which is amazing. I also had them during third year, so they've seen the whole progression, and they said that I really blew Sub-I out of the water, which they expected me to, because they like knew me from third year and I was already like ahead. Then what's the other comment that he said? I literally texted it. The attending was like, you're going to be ahead wherever you go, but I really hope it's here at Temple. And I was like, oh, like it just like, I just had such a great time. Like certain things, like I would be asked like, oh, like can you do this, can you do that? And I'm like, it's done, it's done, it's done. And they were like, wow, you're a beast. And I'm like, I am. Like, I am. It's just nice when you're going to do something for the rest of your life and you are good at it. Like, I know there's still so much more learning that will happen, and I'm looking forward to that, and I'm excited for that. Even from where I am now, there's going to be miles of growth by the time I'm like actually halfway through intern year. But I am just so happy that I'm like good at what I want to do. Like I'm good, and it's such a great feeling, like being good at something. If you have any questions about Sub-I, leave them down below. I'd love to answer them. And I think that's the end, guys. That's the end. Also, today, because God knows when you're gonna see this, today is August 25th. Residency applications are due September 25th. They're doing a month. So that's spooky. Beyond, actually, that's actually a horror movie that I am now in because it's so soon. My next rotation is emergency medicine. I will be in the emergency department. I'm not rotating at Temple. I'm rotating at a different local hospital. It starts tomorrow. Luckily, tomorrow is just orientation. I can come home and rest, and I'm just gonna like take the day off and not do anything. And then I have my first shift on Tuesday, the day after. Stay tuned for the next vlog, and that's what you will see me doing. And then also for the next couple vlogs, I need to work on my residency application and eventually very soon submit that, which is crazy. I'm gonna close the vlog out now, so if you like the video, then please like the video, give me a thumbs up. I am so happy that you joined me for this Sub-I journey because it's been a ride. Let me tell you, it's been a ride. If you haven't subscribed already, then I encourage you to do so because you're gonna love it over here. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.